It is 4:36 p.m. I call this meeting to order. It is Tuesday, June 7th, 2022. This meeting is being recorded and available on demand at fatv.org. Please keep that in mind when making any comments. Be aware of how your screen may appear and that our meetings are open to the public. The FCC is a nonprofit volunteer body that is part of the City of Fitchburg's government and the state entity, the Mass Cultural Council. The PR subcommittee specifically focuses on the council's public relations. This is a non-voting subcommittee. Any voting decisions are brought to the large council, which meets monthly every third Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. This month, we are starting to meet in person again at the Legislative Building next to City Hall on Main Street in Fitchburg. First, I'm gonna pull up our agenda. Here's today's agenda. Okay. Actually, we don't have anyone to take minutes. Liz or Tamar, could either of you?
I can try my.
Oh, or Liz, Tim,
no,
whichever.
I like that Tamar is doing it.
All right. You're muted. You said yes. Okay, thank you, Tamar. All right. So first up, community input meeting. So I reached out to Rebecca Wright from the Fitchburg Art Museum. Since that Thursday that we wanted to propose, which was Thursday, July 21st, they would have to be open later. So there would be a $120 staffing fee for the museum to be open late, and an additional fee if we wanted to have the other exhibits open. However, if we wanted to do the public input meeting on a first Thursday, it would already be open. We wouldn't get a fee, and we would also have, possibly more people that would attend. But it also might take away from whatever first Thursday festivities might be happening, or we might have to compete with that. And that would be till 7 p.m. What do you guys think?
So first Thursdays would be July 7th or August 4th, basically.
Correct.
August 4th is awesome.
You like August 4th?
I do.
Yeah, I feel like July 7th would be a little bit soon, like, because we can't plan anything basically, because we wouldn't even have a meeting in between, a PR meeting at least.
Right. But I also think doing the public meeting, if we needed to have it be a different day and pay the fee, that's exactly what our admin is for, right? To be able to pay expenses related to having something like the public input meeting.
Yeah.
So I don't remember if we had, if August 4th was one of the dates that we had kind of in our queue when we were surveying each other about the dates. I
had it on there, but we didn't get to that date because we already had like a full consensus for Thursday, July 21st. I don't know what everyone else's availability is. I did text some of those who I knew were not able to come, what their availability would be, but I don't think they've gotten back to me on that. But August 4th works for me, the same as Thursday, July 21st.
I haven't actually scheduled my vacation yet. Usually I do go the first or second week in August, but I can, obviously we won't schedule around me, so I'll make it work.
I like August better than July, so that works for me.
So do we want to do that? Do we want to try to do it during the first Thursday, or do we want to?
it sounds like it would work really well because it
And get
could
the
be a
public
first
too.
Thursday event, you know, like become part of that and get the public maybe more engaged.
That's true. Yeah, we wouldn't
Plus
be
marketing.
isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And some marketing. Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
great.
Cool.
Let's try it.
All right, we'll go with that, and hopefully members, the rest of the council can attend. So on that note, I did reach out to Lisa Simmons from the Mass Cultural Council about doing a council member orientation / refresher for those who have been on the council, and also orientation for those who are new to the council. The current process is just like, you know, I send you a link on the Mass Cultural Council website and you have to just read through it. And I thought, wouldn't it be better if someone from Mass Culture Council actually walked us through it, along with like open meeting laws and all that stuff. I told them like Monday through Wednesday, preferably a Tuesday, since we already know that a lot of people can do Tuesdays theoretically after our next monthly meeting, because we haven't had a chance to announce or anything like that. But what do you guys think about it wouldn't be like a general event. It would just be like for our council members, which obviously we would have to put up an agenda so any members of the public could attend if they wanted to. But what do you guys think?
I think it's a good idea. Would Lisa be looking to do this during her normal business hour day, like between 9 and 5, or would she want to do it after hours?
I'm not sure. So I asked her what her availability was Monday through Wednesdays after 5:30. So I guess we'll see what she says. And I think it would be good to have to do this before our public input meeting so that we feel like really like prepared to answer any questions. Or if, you know, the to better say to the public like what is possible with our grants and what's not possible and stuff like that. Do you guys, I don't know, let me know what your availabilities are so that we can settle a date, I guess. I always feel weird doing this over Zoom of like
I know for me, like the Tuesdays seems to work. I just kind of block that off as like FCC or potentially city council. Like city council meets the same night, so it's like I kind of keep my schedule clear of other stuff for that reason too.
Makes sense. Tamar? Cool.
I agree. Tuesdays are good.
Awesome.
Mondays, Tuesdays.
All right. Creative meet and greet. So today there's only three of us here. Do we want to skip the summer creative meet and greet? Because I mean, we need someone to take lead on organizing it. I feel a little bit too busy to do that.
I feel like we get less folks in a formal kind of meet and greet during the summer anyway, just because of all the vacations and things to do. So maybe it'd be good to kind of jump right back into it and plan something for the fall and see if we can get more activity. I don't know if it would be good. I mean, I know fall is a very busy time for us between Fitchburg Open Studios and then taking applications and then reviewing all the applications and doing the grant work. So
yeah,
it's not like we're going to find a less busy time. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. In the past, we've done it before the grant application deadline, October 15th. And last year we did it the day before Open Studios.
Oh, we did a creative meet and greet the day before? Cool.
Yeah, we
I
did it
didn't
on Mill
realize.
Street.
Okay, I didn't realize that the one at River 6 wasn't the first one that we had.
No,
Okay.
it was just the concept of doing it regularly was like the first one, because before that I think maybe it happened in the fall and the spring, but it was pretty irregular, I think, as well.
Mhm.
Should we just try for the Friday again before open studios?
Do you think that worked for
Sure.
those who were part of open studios?
I think so, because they all got to meet each other.
Yeah, so
True.
maybe that's kind of a nice thing to do it that way.
Because they're all stuck all weekend at their studios.
Yeah, I want to figure out a way. How do we how do we get them to be able to see each other's maybe if we have enough members, cultural council members that can volunteer that day, they can swap artists out so that they can go walk around and stuff and look around.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that
that's
depends
hard.
on where they are too. Like the ones that are set up in their homes, probably not likely to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if they're borrowing space from somewhere on Main Street, then I could see them wanting to kind of check each other out.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
Okay,
vote for skipping the summer.
yeah. Do we want to start brainstorming for that today, or do we want to push that for another time?
Or what?
Meeting? I don't know. Brainstorming for Friday, September 23rd.
I think we have
Of like
plenty of time
what
to
location?
plan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Why don't we think about
Our
locations
location
and
was
then,
good last time. The problem
Yeah.
was asking Kim to stay open late. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Kim.
Mhm.
It would be, but you know, if it's busy enough, it's good for her to be there and be open.
Right.
So we might have to do something like a budget for some funds to keep her open.
Yeah.
If we did it, but that I thought Activate Mill Street was a great place for that.
Me too.
The wine cellar might be open by then too.
Ooh.
I'm not
Remember,
exactly sure
you're
whether-
you're on FATV right now.
There may be another location open in that area too.
That's exciting. So that might be a good place.
Yeah, and it really is too early to say. I know that
How it's gonna
there's,
look then.
yeah.
And that would be
exactly.
Mill Street too, right? So it would be
Right.
just like in the same
Right
location.
next door. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be cool. Although we were also talking about like having different locations each time we do a meet and greet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think we
Hall's
leave that
Hills is
open, up in the air. Maybe we can put it online and then just leave it up in the air after we get the council to vote on it next week.
Oh, you mean like put the date up? Not next week, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we'll start with that. FCCTV. Do we want to cancel? Tamar, do we want to cancel or like take a break for the summer?
How was the last one?
Like last one was good, but you know, we had to have FATV be, we had to have Jared help us, which was fantastic, but you know, we need to become like self-sufficient, that we don't need any FATV employees. And I feel like everyone's really busy. The only available dates for June is next Tuesday. We do have a guest that is interested, but it's just a matter of whether or not we have enough crew members.
What if we just planned to do something in August that's connected to kind of promoting and getting ready for Fitchburg Open Studios and the meet and greet? And just kind of skip June and July. I assume that we would need to record in August if we were going to do something that was airing in September.
Yeah, yeah, I was trying to figure that out too. It was like, well, I mean, if we, yeah, August would probably best for airing something like, September 1st. Otherwise, I think the suggested dates were like the second Tuesday or third Monday. So then we wouldn't have as much airtime if we promoted it. Like if we taped it in September and tried to promote it by then too.
So the person who wants to get filmed, would that person be willing to wait until August?
I think it would be really tricky because this is for a school.
Oh,
Yeah. So there are two. So there's one school. It was Memorial AV Club that said that they were very interested and that they could do next week. And then the Fitchburg High School's drama club had reached out to me a couple months ago, and I told them, oh, we don't have availability, but we'll see what June looks like. So those are both like schools with students. So it's already like kind of tricky whether or not they would be able to, at least for the Fitchburg High School, if they would be able to get guests together next week. But I'm sure that it would be extremely difficult to do for the summer. But also for August, we probably would want to instead highlight open studios and, if Blacksmith Festival is available. Yeah.
well, Audrey, you're the ringleader on that. So and I think I wouldn't want to say, like, I think it's up to you to say what the best thing to do would be.
For me, it's just a matter, we need a camera person, we need an audio person, we need a host, and we need someone to give time checks. Jared was able to do both time checks and camera. I don't know if, I know, it was fantastic. He was willing to do it all.
Wow.
But I don't know, yeah. So, I mean, it's really, yeah, it's best if we can have like 4 crew members. So it's, yeah.
And you said next week is the only availability?
Yeah, from FATV.
I mean, I guess the question is, can you get 4 crew members to join for next week? And if that's the case, then can you get, I would assume that you want to get both schools to be there on the same night and tape them both.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
At least the first school who definitely can do it. Hi, Claudia. And yeah, if the second school can also do that date, then that would be great. That works for them. But yeah, I really enjoy doing FCC TV, but it definitely is time consuming. Since I'm doing the producing, but then also like I physically need the manpower of additional people. Claudia, can you hear us?
So what's the consensus, Audrey? Then you could do it next week if there's enough crew. And if there's not enough crew, we should push it off.
Yeah.
And what are the options for nights next week? Hi, Claudia.
For the taping?
Mm-hmm.
So Claudia, we're discussing whether or not we should tape next week for FCC TV. It would be next Tuesday at 5:15, 5:30. Would you be able to do that? I think Claudia's frozen right now.
I can, Audrey. I can.
You can, yeah. I think the only people that I got responses were from you, Eileen, and Casey. Actually, Eileen can't, but I only got responses from host alternates. But I think Casey can do it. She said that a little bit ago. Hey Claudia, can you hear us now? All right, we'll get back to that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess if people are available, we can do it. You just have to start acting fast. But otherwise, for August, those tapings would be either the second Tuesday or third Monday. Tamara, what's your availability?
For August, what are the dates again?
Let me see. Let me pull this up. Tuesday, August 9th or Monday, August 15th.
Tuesday, August 9th or Monday, August 15th?
Yeah.
I could do Monday, August 15th.
Okay. All right. Tuesday, August 9th does not work for you, right?
I have something already,
Okay.
but it's the kind of thing I could cancel if I had to, but I've already got something.
Monday, August 15th, right? That's what we just said. I think that, so then the next day would be a monthly meeting. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess I'll text everyone individually to see what their availability is. All right, let's move on. Tamara, any Fitchburg Open Studios updates?
Not too much. There are some people that have signed up and there's some people that are still coming in. We know they're coming in. And I haven't had a chance to give it a little push, which I need to do some point this week. Because I actually haven't heard from the Boulder and the Boulder Art Galleries group of artists. So yeah, I don't have too much to offer today, but we have half a month left, a little over half a month. So
Yeah.
we'll probably give it a little bit of a push this week.
Do
But yeah, I
do
meant
any
to,
folks artists actually sign up through Boulder Art Gallery that we would not see their registrations? Yeah. Okay.
No, they shouldn't. I mean, Peter would, if he would let me know if they had.
Okay.
So I need to talk to him and see if he's made sure everyone knows. Because I haven't actually heard from him in a while. So
Yeah.
as an announcement, July 1st is the Fitchburg Open Studios deadline. If you are an artist, please register so that you can be part of our map and directory for the free self-guided tour of art studios. And you can also pop up in downtown Fitchburg. And that will be the last weekend of September. So I did post a PSA for Fitchburg Open Studios. I posted on Instagram and Facebook, and it should be on FATV and between shows and stuff. And then on Instagram and Facebook, I tagged some artists that I know to remind them to register. So I encourage you guys to do that as well. Sometimes that little push or reminder is helpful. Yeah.
thank you, Audrey.
You're welcome. Okay.
Thank you, Liz, for keeping track of the bookkeeping.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you, Liz. So, we will, Casey got back to me. She cannot do either of the first Thursday dates for a public input meeting, and she would be able to film next week. Okay. Virtual backgrounds very quickly. So I know that we are moving to in-person at least for large council meetings, but we do have an old logo on here. So this is my suggestion for a new logo or new virtual background. Any feedback? Any changes?
No, it looks good.
Yeah, I like the fact that the downtown Fitchburg is in the background.
Yeah, that's fun.
Our thing. All right, cool. I will distribute the new virtual backgrounds to everyone who wants to use it.
Cool.
Newsletter update. Liz, have you and Casey been working on a newsletter?
Casey and I had started working on it. Well, at least the sort of the framework of it. I guess it was probably a month ago or so. Haven't touched base with her, but in the meantime, I was at a meeting, a Creative Cities meeting, in New Bedford, last week, and I know Joe, a couple other people were there from the Cultural Alliance. Jesse was there, and they were saying, well, the Cultural Alliance also does a newsletter, so maybe we should think about not necessarily duplicating efforts, but is there a way that we could work with them or alternate, or maybe it's just one newsletter? So I haven't mentioned this to Casey because it just kind of came up last week. But so I don't know how people feel about that, but I wasn't aware that the Cultural Alliance put a newsletter out. But maybe we should kind of the two groups or some point people from the two groups should talk to each other about whether or not we want to join forces or at least not duplicate what each other's doing.
Go ahead, Tamara.
I was just going to say the Alliance has a lot of changes about to happen. So I think all of their marketing efforts will probably be adjusted as well. So what would be a smart thing to do is to ask them for a section of the newsletter that's council news.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's something that we could put together each month and give to them. And then we could benefit from their list. And even potentially ask for a new list in their account. That is our list also. It's like, might be a easy way to use their services and get their support and also offer them our support.
Right.
Yeah. I like that idea. And so when people, we have like a sign up sheet for newsletter. We just like add them to the FCA newsletter then?
I think we need to have a conversation with FCA and formalize this.
Yeah, we can also, I mean, this is the other funny thing, the Open Studios has its own newsletter list. But what am I trying to say? It comes from Open Studios, but we could use it to send other news and we could make other lists there as well if we wanted to.
Yeah. You can also change like who is sending it out. Like you can change it to being sent by fitchburg.mcc@gmail.com. As long as that's not gonna end up in a lot of people's spam folders and make it difficult for us to reach out to people.
Well, that happens anyway. There's no way to really fight that,
Yeah. I have considered starting like a newsletter, FCC, like a specific like Gmail account that sounds like it's from our from our council, but it's like specifically like says like the word like newsletter at Gmail or something like that, so that can be just newsletter stuff. But since it doesn't do any other interactions, it's probably going to go like straight into people's like spam folder.
Yeah, I would think so.
There's a lot of newsletters, so like the city has one and
Yeah.
the
Community
museum has
development has
one, the
one.
Alliance has one, Gala, Gardner has one. So I think it would make sense to jump on somebody else's, even
Yeah.
if, I don't know if the city would let us have a section on theirs, but the one that goes out, I don't know. Just an interesting idea versus us having to do our own. If we could just compile information and be part of someone else's, like the alliances or the city, that would make a lot of sense.
Should we perhaps like still keep those who sign up like on a on our own mailing list of like, you know, announce like just like, you know, as opposed to like a regular newsletter, but like, you know, grant applications are open, like when it's like specifically cultural council, not necessarily FCC funded events, but here's something specifically important to the cultural council. And those can be maybe regular emails rather than a whole thing. I mean, I guess you can make it pretty.
Yeah, I mean, certainly I assume we send out emails when the grant applications are open.
Yeah.
Right, so we have a whole bunch of people that we'd be sending that to anyway. We'll put some other info in there too.
Cool. Anything else on that?
I mean, I guess just maybe overarching, hopefully there will be opportunities in the near future for these different art related groups to come together and start talking about kind of the bigger picture. And, you know, so this kind of the newsletter and the news about what's happening culturally and creatively in the community will be hopefully a topic for whenever that does happen.
Agreed. All right, so surveying and tabling opportunities. Tamar, were you able to go to see Shakespeare?
Tamar did nothing. Tamar did not do her job.
To be fair, I feel like I didn't I email Noel or Sally to let them know that you're coming specifically. But
Good thing. I didn't have it written down. If I don't write it down, I don't make it.
You gotta write it down. All right, so let's see here. Liz, you'll be going this Saturday to Shakespeare at Gateway Park?
Yes, I certainly am now that you reminded me.
You put it in your calendar.
Did I put it in my calendar?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's so hard to remember.
Yeah, so I will do that. But.
All right, awesome. Yeah, the Noel starts playing at 1:30, and I've been to like one other Stratton show where Noel was playing before the play, so like people were just kind of like gathering and stuff like that. I think it would be a good place to like just like have a table and then you can chat with people, and then the play starts at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
I guess Jessie would know more since she is one of the directors.
Oh.
And then also they have another show in which Noel will start at 3:30 and then the play will start at 4 o'clock, and these are both at Gateway Park. I'll see if I can get away from the business at all, because I would love to see it.
You know, I wonder. All right, I was just looking at the weather, and which is not looking great, but
Oh no.
yeah.
If they have a rain date.
Yeah. I don't know if they have a rain date.
I don't know.
I'm sure we can find out before Saturday.
Yeah. Hi, Claudia. Can you hear us now? Oh, you are still on mute. There you are.
Hello.
Hello.
It's been a long, strange day.
Yeah, I'm on the event page right now. They have not posted what the rain date will be. I can, Liz, would you be able to reach out and ask them?
Yeah, I can reach out and make sure that, you know, or find out whether this is going to be rain or shine and what the rain date would be. So I'll talk to, maybe I'll email. So Sally's involved with this and Jesse?
Yeah, Sally and Jesse are co-directors.
I'll email them
and-
both then.
Yeah. Noel knows about us wanting to table. Yeah. But Sally and Jesse are in charge. I would say maybe Sally is slightly more in charge because she's like the chair of the of Stratton Players.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll email them both and hopefully one of them will be able to respond to me and won't be too busy. And that's the other side of that is there, I'm sure they're going to be very busy getting ready for it.
They have had a performance because we were there in a slight mist back in the last spring. So
If the weather's not terrible.
terrible, yeah. That's why I said slight mist.
Can anyone go to there's Thurston Consort's performance at the First Parish Church? This is not a FCC funded event, but Noel so that we could have a table if we wanted.
What's the date, Audrey?
Sunday, June 12th at 2 p.m.
That's this Sunday.
Oh, is it? I guess it would be. Yes.
Until when? Is it 1 hour or is it 20 minutes or is there any information?
I do not
Okay.
know.
Because I might can, but maybe should I ask Noel? Is he the person to ask?
Yeah. Ask Noel.
Okay.
And maybe we should ask Eileen if she's planning to be there too.
Yeah, we could. This isn't her, this isn't the one that she was helping organize. That was last week,
Yeah.
weekend, and she had flyers out, or like she was handing out surveys, I think, for that. Okay, Saturday, June 18th, Fitchburg Abolitionist Park, Juneteenth ribbon cutting. I can be there from 9:45 to at least 11:15 a.m. Can anyone else join me?
I'm planning to at least go for a part of it, so I will you know, make sure to be there before 11, say.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly. I gotta look at the agenda or the itinerary, I guess.
I will also try to get there.
Awesome. Would you be able to do for the whole time till 12 p.m. or?
Probably.
So maybe like 9:45 to 12 or?
It's going to be 10 to 12 for me.
Okay, I'll set it up. I'll just write yes for you, Liz.
Okay.
Nashua River Brewers Festival. Liz, you're organizing that. Should we have a table? Does it cost anything to have a table?
Well, we don't have vendor tables, but I'm actually, when I leave here, I'm going straight to a meeting to talk about the Brewers Festival with that organization. So I will ask them to just confirm that everybody's okay with us having a table. I can't staff it because I'm going to be focused on other Brewfest things. But I'll let everybody know. I think it would be a good opportunity, and you know, I don't see why we wouldn't allow it. So
Yeah.
I'll just confirm after the meeting tonight.
But yeah, well, I'll also, Tamar, can you put tabling and surveying on next on the agenda for the large council meeting?
Sure.
I can also print this out, and since we'll be in person, we can just like pass it around as well. There's also a Reading is Magic at Fitchburg Public Library on Friday, July 1st from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. But I want to make sure if oh cool, Casey said that she could be at the block party. I didn't realize that she wrote that. Okay, so we at least have one person that can table at the block party. If we want to be at the block party, we need to like submit our registration for it. They said that there wouldn't be a fee since we're a part of the city. Is anyone else available for the block party? Sunday, July 3rd, 4 to 10 p.m.
No,
Tamar says no.
I'm gonna be away.
Fair enough. Liz, Claudia, no?
I may have to be at the Cape. I still have family illness issues at the Cape. So
Fair enough.
I am unsure. I may be able to do a part of it, but I definitely couldn't do the whole thing.
Okay. I mean, that's okay. If we have like
Yeah.
enough volunteers, in which hopefully there will be more volunteers during the large council meeting, we can swap off. I will be there, but I will be tabling for my business. So maybe I can see if I can get a table next to the cultural council so I can kind of wear two hats. And then the last one is the 4th of July parade. I know that I'm gonna be there, but I can table I can give out surveys on our block. But I don't know about the others, but we can save this for the large council meeting. Let's see here. Is there anything else on the agenda? Is there anything else that anyone else wants to say about surveying and tabling?
And just really quick, just for the agenda of the minutes, you wanted me to put on for the next council meeting tabling, and what was the second thing?
I mean, I've been calling it tabling and surveying.
Surveying, that's what you called it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know if we have any assignments. Stop sharing. There have been Facebook events created for Open Studios registration and also for the event itself. So, which Tamar did or recruited. So make sure if you're on Facebook to say that you are to invite all of your local friends that would be interested in either just in general attending, or if you have friends that are artists that might be interested in opening up their studio, invite them to the registration one. I think that's all the things for that.
Oh, Audrey, you'll let us know about the FCC TV for next week.
Yeah, Claudia, are you able to do FCC TV next Tuesday at 5:15, 5:30?
the green room,
Yeah, it's in the green room.
yeah. What day? Next Tuesday.
Yeah, so like this next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do that.
All right, so we got Tamar, Claudia, me, and Casey.
Casey said yes.
Yes.
So it looks like we can do one more before summer's over. Before August, maybe.
I'll see if Sam is able to do it, or Matt is able to. I know the last FCC TV, we're chatting, we're like, maybe we should not do it for the summer. So I don't know if he was planning on doing it in June or not. But I shall see if we can get a camera person. Camera and audio. Oh, Claudia, how's August 4th, Thursday, August 4th, to do public input meeting at the Fitchburg Art Museum for you?
I don't have my calendar with me, but I will get back to you later.
Okay.
I'll do my best.
All right. To do,
That's August 4th.
yeah, Thursday, August 4th. It'll be during first Thursdays. So we thought that maybe we can kind of get some of that publicity effort, and yeah. Cool. I don't think I have anything else. I guess I'll very quickly here is the calendar of events. We got Stratton Players, Scenes from Shakespeare, and Noel from the Thurston concert will be performing beforehand. As of right now, that's on this Saturday, 1:30 and 3:30 at Gateway Park. And then there will be a Juneteenth ribbon cutting ceremony and students and social justice play by the Abolitionist Park, Ford's Theater Lab, and Arthur M. Longstow Middle School, as well as Francis Drake Elementary. And then there will be, the New Players Theater Guild's Summer Kids Theater Program will begin, in which they'll be doing Phantom Tollbooth Jr. So check that out if you have a kid that's interested in acting or working behind the scenes for theater. There's Traveling Shoes, a multicultural storytelling extravaganza at the Fitchburg Public Library, Thursday, June 23rd from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Fitchburg Public Library, starring Rona Leventhal. FAM's regional exhibition of art and crafts should be beginning on Saturday, June 25th. And obviously we have our deadline for our Open Studios tour registration, Friday, July 1st. Register online. You can pay online or send your check to City Hall in the red mailbox. And then on Friday, July 1st is Reading is Magic from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Fitchburg Public Library with Ed the Wizard. Anything else happening before our next meeting? Oh, and of course, Block Party. Saturday, July 3rd from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then there will be fireworks at 10 p.m. It's a lot of fun. It's a pretty huge event in Fitchburg. I always enjoy it. And this is not a FCC funded thing, but there will be a 4th of July parade on the actual day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And that brings us to our next PR subcommittee meeting. You can always find out about the different events that are happening, especially FCC funded events, on our City Hall webpage at fitchburgmass.gov. That's all the announcements that I have. Does anyone else have any other announcements or anything else that was from the agenda that they didn't get to mention? All right. is 5:26 p.m. I call this meeting adjourned.